Hello, people. My name is Detroit Miracle. Yes, and in life, we assume that people are their own worst enemies. Yeah, and that is because when you look at any conflict, any struggle in any world war, as well as any type of battle to a smaller degree of a world war, it usually and most certainly involves people against people. Yeah, folks. And a lot of times, race isn't a consideration. Yeah, because you might have a major war where white people are killing white people in large numbers and black people will be aiding white people and killing white people in large numbers, such as World War One, World War Two, and I believe the Civil War. This discussion isn't entirely about a racial thing, but it is but racial is certainly a part of it. What I'm trying to get at is people aren't necessarily their own worst enemies, but rather the force of evil is. Yeah. And with that being said, people are like, well, we know people do bad things, people do good things, people do evil things, people do great things. Yeah, that is all fine, but everyone has to recognize their true enemy, and that isn't color, it isn't ethnic, it isn't social class, but rather it's evil, the true force of evil. That is the most major enemy. And evil is something that is incredibly devious and smart at the same time. Yeah, most definitely. Look at how society is structured with regard to many aspects and facets of it. Look, you'll have the political system where there is the right and the left, and they are against one another. And this involves people of color on both sides. Yeah, you'll have liberals, you have conservatives, and they are against each other. They don't like each other. They don't support each other's viewpoints. Whether they are in opposition of each other that way. You have Democrats and you have Republicans, and the Republicans are against the Democrats and vice versa. But you will find that some will share each other's viewpoints and are in agreement with things such as prosperity and liberation, but each party wants that for their own and not the opposite. So, nevertheless, there is division there. And look at religion. You have the most major religions, which is Christianity and Islam. When I say Christianity, I also mean Catholicism. Then you have to acknowledge Judaism. So you add those up, and then you'll find that even though everyone prays to the one true God, still there is division amongst that because Christians might not like Muslims, Muslims might not like Christians, and it isn't because of skin color or ethnic, but rather it's because of viewpoints differing in ways. Yeah, a lot of times it's that simple. If you don't agree with what I agree with, if you don't worship in a way that I do, then I don't like you and you don't like me. Even though you might not have a personal problem with me in general, and you might not have had any bad experiences because of me, but it's a matter of opinion being the main divider that way and the builder of confliction. But again, it's not necessarily your political affiliation or your religious beliefs, but rather it's the force of evil that divides you, that makes the struggle itself. And we know people are susceptible to succumbing to evil. Yeah, it is serious. Evil uses trickery because it makes it appear as though it's about skin color, or they make you not like somebody because of their skin color, their perspective, viewpoints, their ethnics, their beliefs, their political affiliations, and their social classes. But it's about evil, evil incarnate and evil in itself, which gives you some kind of reason to hate somebody. Yeah, you have to trace everything back to the source of origin, the point of origin, and the real reason for it. We know that slavery was incredibly horrible and terrible, but what motivated somebody to enslave a race of people? It is evil, because if you are of good conscience and if you are good natured, certain things you will not do, certain things you will not allow to happen. But if you are greatly affected by the force of evil for whatever reason, then that evil is the primary reason for your behavior, your decision making. Yeah, folks. Do you hear me, folks? Are you listening? So, with everything that I just said being the case, then I believe as though evil should be treated as a illness, sickness, disease, and cancer. And if it is acknowledged in those ways, then it should be attacked at its root, at its source, and at its core. Yeah, folks, you find that if you attack all evils in any shape and form that they come in, I mean, the source of the evil, the true problematic, I don't believe in attacking people, but I believe attacking what causes that evil, what causes that bad, whatever the source of that corruption is. Yeah, folks, think about that. Remove all the evil, and then there will not be any type of war, confliction, struggle, biased prejudice, and racist opinionation of anyone or thing. True to that. Well, folks, I'd appreciate it if you would give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to my channel. Peace out.